Hey, what's going on, NBA fans? This is Big Game James. And there's a word that's been thrown around a lot lately that everyone's talking about, and it's getting a lot of heated debates across social media when it comes to NBA playing, and that's load management. Now, a lot of people are like, what's load management? What's load management? The made-up definition from these NBA doctors is reduction of external physiological stressors intended to facilitate improvement in athletes' wellness and performance. In a nutshell, it's a way of giving a player a night off, saying that you don't want his workload to be too much so he can last the longevity of the NBA season. Now, a lot of people have a lot of different theories and thoughts when it comes to this, but let's think back to when this thing started. The San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich, in the 2010s. It was a highly anticipated televised game between the Miami Heat and the San Antonio Spurs, and Pop decided to rest his top four players. Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, I forget who the other person was. So he rested, his top four players, and the NBA hit him with a $225,000 fine. This was the beginning of load management. Older NBA players have been speaking on a lot lately, and they hate it. Guys like Charles Barkley came out basically discussing, saying, look, players are making $70 million. They fly private planes. They have the best medical staffs available nowadays, and you're telling me that they can't play 3 or 4 games a week? It's bogus. And then NBA great legend Magic Johnson said, it hurts fans, and parents who work hard to bring their kids to a game. They buy tickets early in advance. They bring them to a game to see their favorite player just to get to the arena, and the player's not playing. It's just, ridiculous. And then Kendrick Perkins had the best take on it that I've seen and heard so far. Kendrick Perkins said load management is spitting in the face of all former players that paved the way for guys to be paid $35 to $50 million a year. You know what, man? Check it out. He said it a lot better than I did.
But it's starting to get disrespectful, where it is disrespectful to the guys that paved the way for guys today to be getting paid $35 to $50 million a year.
Hey, Kendrick is spitting facts. Listen to this part.
You had guys like Bill Russell and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan. Those guys were available. Those guys showed up to work. Michael Jordan showed up to work.
At the end of the day, something's got to give. The commissioner's going to have to step in. He's going to have to come up with some kind of rule. Well, it's a shame to think that you would have to come up with a rule to implement to make sure guys play games unless they're really hurt. And people always go, oh, you can't compare today's game to a game a long time ago. And I used to think that I'm not that much of an old head where I'm going to always talk about Magic, Michael, Bird, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq. But here I am turning into that old head thinking like these greats would play out there on one leg, sick, food poisoning, hungover, whatever it was. They went to the arena, they performed. And nowadays, load management, we don't want to put too much on their plate. That's bullshit. Excuse my language. It's straight bullshit. You're killing fans trying to enjoy the game of basketball and bring family and kids to games, and they're being disappointed for load management. With all today's training, they don't even hardly practice full practice anymore like they used to. Guys can play. They have to stop taking nights off. It's not fair. Anyway, man, y'all let me know what you think down in the comment box below. What's your thoughts on load management? What does the NBA need to do to get a grip on it? Hey, remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time that we drop brand new content. This is Big Game James for Big Game Sports Buzz and Big Game Entertainment. Thanks for tuning in.